What is up, everyone? Welcome to the Shakers Den. And of course, before we watch the Monday Night Raw, we do have to get into our Royal Rumble assessments. We also are here to present you with Raw versus SmackDown in the Den.
That is right, you guys. Welcome to Raw versus SmackDown with a hint of Royal Rumble. We did not have a Royal Rumble post show. We decided we just do it all in one, like we've done once before. Have like a more Royal Rumble conversation base, and then we'll dive a little bit and talk about what happened on last week's Raw versus SmackDown. How did you feel about Royal Rumble, Nikki? Like, was it
Girl.
exceed your expectations? Was it have you like a what the fuck kind of moment, or were you like,
Well, for one, I'm not an idiot. So I'm my expectations were amazing because I wasn't someone who was thinking that Mercedes was gonna pop up and thinking she was gonna pop up in AEW.
right?
So to be honest, because I know that's the big elephant in the room, obviously. I thought Sasha might I thought she might do the little one too. Like,
Pop up at the end like CM Punk did at Survivor
you
Series,
know.
or if she had popped up at the beginning of the show, you know.
Yeah, like it would have just made I don't know, like it would have been nice, but once again, it's been rumored, so whatever. But honey, listen, the we were fed,
We were.
especially for the women. Like the men, okay, whatever. But child, we were like, and I know people, God, y'all get on my nerves so bad because everybody was there were certain people that were just like, oh, two no women's singles match or whatever. And I'm gonna be honest, the four matches that we had, we're not hungry hippos like you AEW sexuals over there that need like 18 matches. Okay. Like the complaining was the worst. Yes. Yes, because it was a shit show. If I show you my mute list,
Oh, it is 2 minutes in the show. Yeah.
if I show you my list of people who I had to mute, like just block, mute. I'm done. I'm really done. Y'all have showed y'all ass this weekend, so
Oh God.
I loved it. The product was
Hmm.
good for me. I'm gonna be popping for Triple H. I know y'all had some problems with how he answered the damn questions. I don't know what. I don't
No,
know what will make y'all happy. And y'all are so focused on holding everyone accountable. Not for the justice of truth, but for the justice of your own truth, no matter the situation. Y'all are so fixated on that. And it's so weird. Like, just enjoy the show. And if you don't like what somebody's saying, cut it off. That's what they used to do back in the day. Instead, and I do it too. So I'm guilty. But I ain't do it Saturday night because I was having a good time. But yeah.
Hmm. Well, I thought Royal Rumble was pretty cool. I enjoyed it for the most part. Within a lot of what's happening, but I mean, we might as well go ahead and get started because there was a lot of things that happened in the women's Royal Rumble. I would say that I think the women's Royal Rumble was more entertaining than the men, but I think it was more so because of what we had in stored. I'm gonna try to keep track of those who were winning wise. So like first we had Natalia coming out in the number one spot. Natalia been the one to, be first. It's quite interesting because she's normally like towards the latter part of like she's been number 30 and all this and that. And well, who will always try to figure, okay, so we got number one. Who is going to be number two? Like, who is starting out number two? Last year, we know it was like what Rhea and what who was number two? I can't remember. But like the year before that, we had like Sasha and Melina being first, you know, one and two and everything like that. But number two was the returning Naomi. Now, of course, there's been a lot of talks and speculations and everything like that about, oh, she's leaving, she's coming back to WWE, she's done with her tenure in TNA and everything like that. But I thought it was absolutely great to see Naomi be back in WWE. I mean, I can say I miss her, but I can't say I miss her because she was on TNA, you know? So it's like we haven't seen her in a long time, but to see her back in WWE, I think is absolutely amazing. I'm really excited to see what this new version of Naomi is that is going to be built here in WWE. Now that she has went off to show that she's actually a superstar and can be a champion, a fighting champion at that. You know what I'm saying? And it was only right for her to start off with, of course, the Total Divas. You know, you got with Natty and Naomi. And then number 3 was, of course, Bayley. Number 4 was Candice. And, of course, also other rumors and speculations. Number 5 was the Juggernaut. The TNA Knockouts World Champion Jordynne Grace joining the Royal Rumble. Now, we know Mickie James, of course, was at that time Impact Knockouts World Champion, and she joined the Royal Rumble and everything like that. And I'm hoping that they kind of continue this, but as having them being a part of the Rumble and everything, because I think it's really, really cool. And I am hoping, because me and Nikki did talk about this, I'm hoping that because they had someone show up in WWE that's from TNA, I'm hoping that someone from WWE shows up in TNA.
Yeah, I would hope so. It would be nice, definitely. I mean, I want it to be Charlotte only because
could you imagine?
She has her dad's legacy. Mm-hmm. And what would be so amazing is that it's a knockouts title match. Whoever's defending, the lights go out, and all you hear is Ric Flair's music. And you hear whatever you hear in the crowd. And the next minute, you know, the lights flash and the Flair is there. But this time, it's not Rick. It's Charlotte Flair to do one of the greatest knockouts world championship reigns in Southern and modern day history. And I wish it was Deonna. I wish that moment if it didn't be Deonna. But it's probably going to be Giselle Shaw.
I mean, if they wanted to pull someone to No Surrender, I would not mind it at all.
People fake hate Charlotte, so she would. Like they fake hate, so she would get a big pop. So she would be she couldn't pop up on a like a super baby.
Gonna be it. Yeah, you gotta figure what let me Bianca. Listen, we gotta figure out what Summerversary will be at, because I feel like they'll do it like Summerversary, Bound for Glory, like those two there would definitely be like the major pops for like where if they wanted to do something like that, bring some Summerversary, of course. Yeah. Like, can you imagine Bianca being a part of like Queen of the Mountain or some shit like that?
Dude. And you know what? I hate to say it, but I feel like I'm being biased because I feel like because we had such the lack, like we didn't have anything from the AEW connection with Impact and AEW getting like the women involved.
Yeah.
I think it's only right because of the rosters from TNA and WWE. I think it's only right that a WWE superstar that goes over is a woman.
Yeah,
like it's a female superstar, because now, of course, AJ Styles, LA Knight, Drew McIntyre, Bobby Lashley, Bobby Roode. There could be a plethora of people. Even
R-Truth there. Hell,
yeah,
he has been in the TNA too. You know.
Yeah,
I feel like that would be something they could do with R-Truth because it's already fixed his character anyway.
That's true. That's very true. But how could Chelsea fucking Green going back during this time, like
Yeah.
it may not mean as much to everyone, but it means to TNA, and I think TNA needs something.
Yeah.
Like WWE is benefiting from this. Jordan Grace is obviously, this does give TNA a lot of exposure,
Hmm.
but TNA does also need, because that's the one thing that we did I get with the Mickey James thing.
Yeah.
Um, we did. Oh, now that's a good one, Ken.
Oh yeah. Truth will go crazy being digital media, but I feel like he would treat it like it's a 24/7 title, and he'll just like pop up everywhere and everything like that too, with it. But I think that'd be great,
Yeah.
and everything. And I feel like, that kind of goes back to that whole Worlds Collide thing. So they want to do it, it would be great, because I think there'd be some really really great matchups. But let's continue on. So number 6 was Indy Hartwell. Number 7 was Asuka. Number 8 was Ivy Now. And I want to say that with Ivy and Jordan, like they're they're so alike. Like small but mighty, strong women, and they were doing their shit in this match. Katana
Mm.
was number 8, Bianca being number 10, coming out in all that beautiful red, and Kyrie Sane, of course, holding on for dear fucking life. And Oscar's trying to help her. Kyrie became more of a meme over the weekend. By the way she was holding on for dear life and then ended up falling down. We had Tegan Knox coming out number 12, and then Kaden coming out in number 13. And I want to say that what I did like was to see Jordan Grace and Bianca have their little time too, because those are true, strong, powerful women themselves. And
I want to know how her knee is.
yeah, like I think they said that she was okay.
Jesus,
I
because
want to
when I
say,
tell you Bianca, like I would have got up and told her, girl, next time, don't do me like that. Okay. I don't wrestle over here. I'm
hey, she
literally,
said, "Listen, you coming over here? We're
girl.
gonna show you how."
Friends
Okay.
been here before. I have not. Okay.
Speaking,
Slow it
speaking
down,
of
lady.
that, their moment that they shared when Jordan came out and started knocking everybody around, and Trinity and her hugging each other, and then they started like, "Oh yeah, I ain't forgot, bitch, you took my
So
title.
people don't know who Jordan Grace is. That pop was
Come
loud.
on." And the chit chat was like, "Oh, how did Jordan Grace get a bigger pop than most of the WWE girls?" It's like, well, those I'm not gonna even lie, some of the girls that were being utilized are not WWE fan favorites.
Tag team shouldn't have been in there.
No.
There should have been way more NXT girlies.
I would have
Yeah.
thought it would have been more NXT girls, the way they were saying like, oh, all 3 brands were
Yeah.
going to be there, but we only got 2, so Chelsea
I don't
Green
give
was
a damn about no Kaden and Katana in no damn Royal Rumble, because at the end of the day, they're not gonna win. And
they
I
didn't
hate
even,
to say it, but Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell, I love y'all dearly, but once again, tag team.
mm-hmm.
Put what? It's the same with the Kabuki Warriors. It's
Y'all want
like
a championship, like y'all don't need to be
that's
here. I know y'all
6
trying to fill
spots
up.
that could have went to, since y'all so worried about damn pops. There could have been 6 more spots that they could have went to, since y'all weren't happy. I don't know. I really,
Mm-hmm.
I really, I say this wholeheartedly. People came to hate watch, and I've done it too. I'm not acting, more
Yeah.
so. Of course, I don't hate watch WWE. I literally like I'm watching, but AEW sometimes, it happens. But there were definitely a plethora of people, because Collision wasn't that good. It couldn't have been. There's no way in hell.
I wasn't
It was
watching.
definitely a war of the war of the wards. Like,
I'm like, oh well, y'all thought she was gonna go over there and come back to accompany y'all because Trinity came back or whatever and stuff like that. It's like, girl,
I didn't give a damn. If she popped up, I would be happy. When she pop up over there,
yeah, they would have.
I'll be happy because I might be there. I don't even know. I may be there. So
Who absolutely knows? Let's see. So Chelsea was 14, Piper was 15, Xia Li was 16. Zelina Vega with her very, very cute was it Overwatch? I think it was Mercy Overwatch. It was a Fortnite skin that she was actually doing. Maxine Dupree was number 18. Nia Jax was number 19. And R-Truth, of course, being R-Truth and being the MVP, of course, of the night. Shotzi number 20, Becky Lynch 21. 22 was Alba Fire, 23 was Shayna, 24 was Valhalla, but this is when R-Truth came out and basically tried to take Valhalla's spot, and Adam Pearce came out, girl, what the hell are you doing?
Why was Michael Cole so happy to see Valhalla?
I don't know. Michael Cole was really hyping up Valhalla, and I
Like,
really don't know why he was doing that, but I don't know. He was just, he might have had too much caffeine or something.
maybe so, but he was amped up, and I was noticing he wasn't like that with. I mean,
I don't know what happened.
He just was very amped up for her. Like I was just like, okay.
It must have been, I'm saying it must have been the caffeine.
It was a good start, though.
It was. But she ended up getting eliminated in like 5 seconds. So 25 was Michin, Mia Yim. 26 was Zoe Stark. 27, Roxanne Perez comes in and everything like that. She was a part of one of the NXT girlies. Now 28, we finally get the debut of Jade Cargill. And when I tell you she looked, first of all, she looked good. Let's start there. Like Jade Cargill being here, everything she did beforehand doesn't even fucking matter. No. She belongs here. Like she looks like she belongs here, honestly. You know what I'm saying? And her and Nia being someone that she actually met in the ring, she picks Nia Jax up and she throws her off of like she eliminates Nia Jax. Let's start there, which is absolutely insane. But the debut of Jade Cargill coming here, especially Royal Rumble being her first match, sort of in a sense, I wasn't necessarily expecting her to be in the Rumble at all whatsoever. But I think it was great. A really, really nice showing for her. You can definitely tell for some of the stuff she was doing inside the ring that she's ready.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people saying stuff like, you know, AEW prepared her for this, or just saying little stuff. And I'm just like, I'm gonna be honest. They gave her 60-odd undefeated streak. The only thing that she benefited from AEW was, in my opinion, was time on television. But if you know Jade Cargill outside of wrestling, she's been a socialite. She's not just getting invited places because she's with AEW, well, was with AEW at that time. Jade is her own. Jade is a brand. Jade has kind of been around, not in wrestling, but around. And it's pleasant to see her actually like the camera quality that she deserves. Okay, because my shit fucking up, but it's okay. She deserves, like, she wouldn't even have to do anything. And I do believe that her and Nia are perfect opponents. She's gonna have to work damn hard for Bianca. Listen, I'm being as honest as I can, and I mean that damn as hard as I can, baby. She's gonna have to work, okay? I think her and Nia right now is the best ticket, and I hope she shows up tonight. I'm praying. Jeffrey with them fake ass cards. He had some damn render with talking about she going
because she going on Raw and whatever. We don't know where.
Was like bookmark it, so I bookmarked it to see, because I don't disagree. WWE just didn't post it, and then it had all these people in an uproar. Because when you follow people who really watch, and then you follow people who are standing,
really don't watch, you know
what I'm saying? Like, it goes crazy, and it's like, no, this is not real. Then they start posting it.
Then it's like, oh, she's gonna go right here, and then boom, she doesn't even show up here.
I would love to see her on Raw, because they were reporting allegedly that Miss Naomi will be on SmackDown, which that's her brand. We know that, like,
and then Jimmy is there, of course. So like, come on,
that's literally her brand. She's like, never
is Lola Trinity.
Do you think Jade and Bianca could be a tag team? I think they could, but I would not want that. I don't want I don't want no form of it. Unless y'all gonna do a black woman faction and give us something that we've never really had. I think what they're scared of is the baddies. But if you put Naomi and Jade and Bianca in a faction, they're gonna come out looking like fucking Power Rangers, not
They
no
are.
sexy strippers, not like Jocelyn in the Cabaret, because that's exactly what Jade Cargill was giving. That
Yeah.
uh Layla Gray
The baddie
and
section with Kiera
ain't nothing
Hogan,
but
Red Velvet.
Lucky and motherfucking Daisy and Jocelyn.
Well, you also got like, you had Kiera Hogan, you had Red Velvet, like Layla Gray. So like, I don't know. I feel like if you know, I feel like
Keep them
they
up.
I don't know if they'll put them in a tag. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I know that Bianca doesn't mind it. I don't think
Yeah,
Jade minds it either.
I
And I
mean,
mean, come on now.
you know, I
Okay.
wouldn't mind seeing it, but I don't want it to. I want them to be
I
on
don't want to
separate
be
stands
long. Like,
just for right now,
yeah. Like, let
because
them.
we need this. We don't need like having all of the black talent on one show is not always for me as a viewer. It's just like because sometimes when we watch Monday Night Raw, come on, the lack,
Mm-hmm.
but then you go to SmackDown, sometimes it's loaded, you know.
Very much so.
SmackDown
SmackDown
is
loaded for the blacks. I'm
it
telling you that.
is, and that's just
Yeah.
damn. I know we said USA, but we going to Netflix, y'all.
And Netflix is. It's not like it's Tubi or
No,
nothing.
no,
But
but
I don't know. Whatever happens,
yeah,
happens. But I'll be here for it. Speaking of being here for it, was seeing Tiffany Stratton and being number 29 at that. I mean, first of all, the gear is so Vengeance Day.
damn.
It's so Vengeance Day. It was really really cute. She came in flying, honestly, which I definitely enjoyed. And of course, number 30, the returning Liv Morgan. Um, this is where a lot of people truly got their hopes up in thinking that this was going to be the spot that Mercedes would show up. And I know a lot of people are saying that, oh, well, it's kind of messed up for Liv to have to be in this final spot when everybody's expecting uh Sasha. And it's like, well, you guys put yourself in that position to expect Sasha. That's the thing. When you go in thinking that, oh, well, she's coming, and she doesn't show up, and it's like, oh, this sucks, this trash, this is the worst
Yeah,
rumble, this is the worst rumble ever. It's only the worst rumble ever because she didn't show up, or because so and so didn't show up. It was like, oh, y'all didn't have any spots for the divas or any spots for the legends. I'm like, we don't need, like, that's the time we
yeah.
need legends. Like,
We didn't
there's
need no
literally
damn
an
Trish
active
or
roster
Lita
of people.
or Tori, and I hate to say it, we didn't need Michelle McCool.
You already had
We
that
didn't need
before, you
Beth
know what I'm saying?
Phoenix. This is a
So
new age. Y'all always do it with the men. Y'all be like, oh, the older men be taking the spots. The women do too.
so this could
It
go, like,
happens.
of course we know they're not gonna win, you know what I'm
And
saying? So
I
like,
listen,
I
I
get
thought
it.
that was the best,
You have
like
enough women on your
like
roster for this.
NXT alone could have its own Royal Rumble.
Hmm.
Liv was good 30 though. I know I saw somebody tweet about how like 'cause that was a tough spot to be in, and
Hmm.
some people were thinking it was Sasha Banks and were disappointed. Well, blame yourself.
That's your fault. You
That's
should
your own.
you went there
No
and thought
one
that,
said
you
she was
know what I'm
coming. We
saying?
all have the same urge of seeing her on television, so I get it. But if you turn around and then get mad at people like Sean Ross Sapp and these other people who are just reporting, you don't have to read it. Like it's that on there. And I know I've been seeing this conversation too, where people be like, don't read the dirt sheets if you want to enjoy wrestling. That's not always true for some people. Some people don't give a damn. But don't be mad because no one said she was coming. I thought y'all said she was going to AEW. So how is it that the same people that's saying she going to AEW are expecting her to be number 30? That
Like,
I don't get that shit.
And she don't show up Wednesday. Then what y'all gonna do?
Liv Morgan was a really good 30 because I'm gonna be honest. I did not think they was gonna let old girl in.
I wasn't expecting her at all. To be honest, I'm not gonna lie. I was not.
Wow. And I thought this was definitely a good
way, to show her, that she's returned and everything. Definitely missed out on a lot of people like Raquel. Would have been nice seeing Raquel, but of course, like she did on her skin thing and everything like that. Would have been nice to see some more NXT girls like Lash. Definitely Lash. I feel like Lash definitely should have like an opportunity.
Yeah, Lash, Jakara.
I don't know about Jakara, but I will say Lash. I don't.
Jakara. Well, I mean, like escorting, like Lash.
Oh yeah, but
not actually in the match, but like
coming out,
cheering her on. But yeah, it was nice. It was the best match of the night for me. 10 out of 10. I ain't had no complaints. The final was amazing. Every spot was amazing.
To have those last 6 girls be like the finals, but like we got to get into this here. The first encounterment of the stare down between Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. I mean, first of all, they're both picking up Liv and Becky in the air, right? And it's just like, hold on. It was like they did a Spider-Man meme to each other. You know what I'm saying? Bianca was eyeing Jade. Jade was eyeing Bianca before it got rudely interrupted. We didn't even get a long stare down. It's just like this is just like what's to come when these two actually have a feud with each other. You know what I'm saying? And get to that point. And shout out to Jade also as well. A couple other girls who showed up to Bianca and Montez Love and WWE screening that they had yesterday, to be exact. So shout out to everyone who did show up for that too. But this moment right here, I think the world stopped, honestly, because it was just like there's been so many comparisons between Bianca and Jade. Oh, we need to have like an AEW thing so Bianca and Jade could be in the same, have a feud with each other, get in the ring with each other, and everything like that. Yada yada yada. We get to this moment where we finally have that stare down between Bianca and Jade. And yes, it did not last that long, but it felt like 30 minutes went on because it's like time just stopped. And like
Bayley was handling business. Big business. Okay.
Bayley, let me tell you something. Bayley is the funniest person to even be in a Royal Rumble with.
I'm glad she got them back-to-back wins like that though.
She messes with every damn body. Like the way that she like ruffles somebody's hair and shit like that, and then goes back to getting her ass beat. Like it's hilarious. But speaking of Bayley, first of all, Bianca and Tiffany get kicked out. Let's start there. Because Tiffany doesn't understand the dynamic of you don't hold on to black women hair. You're lucky you didn't get hit with it. So there's that. And then we down to like Jay being in the final 3 would not have thought like that would be happening at all whatsoever. So Bayley, Liv, Jay in the final 3 and everything like that. And then we're getting down to the wire where it's like, damn, like who could be the winner? Like you have Jay, you got Liv, and you got Bayley. And as soon as Liv eliminates Jade, Bayley kicks the fuck out of Liv and say, bitch, you going to. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, with your 2024 Women's Royal Rumble winner, and it goes to Bayley. And first of all, Bayley has manifested, has been talking about this. Oh, she's gonna, like, the Kabuki Warriors are gonna become champion. She's the one who says that, oh, well, she's gonna go off to win the Royal Rumble, and she does it. So
I think this is the first one to put her name in too.
She was, and I think this is a great moment for Bayley because it feels like Bayley truly deserved this because Bayley has definitely worked her ass off. No matter how many losses she may have or how many downfalls she's may had, but for Bayley to be the one to be the winner for this year, I think it's perfect storytelling because the crowd is cheering for Bayley when Bayley's supposed to be a fucking heel.
Yeah.
She's not supposed to be likable, but everybody loves Bayley. It doesn't matter what she does. It's just like it feels like Bayley is like grown up, but she still has like that hugger like
She's gonna bring
feel.
it back WrestleMania.
She
She
definitely
has to if she faces any. She can't be this Bailey anymore because I'm gonna be honest. Bailey, you played a facade because Charlotte beat your ass. Okay, I hate to tell you, Bailey, you got Charlotte beat the hugger out of you. Took your title. You cashed in on her. She took your title, and you know what? You hid behind this persona for too long. You're not a mean girl for real. You have, and I love Bailey, but I'm gonna give a little tough love. You hid behind a persona so long that it got on your nerves that you had to give it out to other people. That's why it's called damage control, because the damage control is Bailey, and this is just how I see it from a booking standpoint. Bailey is releasing that anger and giving it to others. And she's taking everything, she's gonna take everything that she's taught them, and she gonna whoop EO ass. And and she as the hugger. Because if we're being honest, Bailey knows that deep down inside, that is the Bailey that we need for WrestleMania. Like that mean, no. No, 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 no. The hugger has to come back for WrestleMania. Like, it's a must.
We'll have to see how that goes. I think that the fact that Mercedes is the only horsewoman who's never won a Rumble saddens me, though.
Blame Ronda Rousey.
You really have to blame Ronda because
It's right there.
truly, there was no reason why Ronda should have won the Rumble that year.
No.
There was absolutely no like that literally had Mercedes Sasha Banks written all over that. Starting at number
Sasha,
one.
Charlotte,
Like that literally had the
Dallas
whole thing.
again.
Come on now. That
Blame
literally had
Ronda.
the whole thing.
But everyone
like,
loves Ronda. Remember, she brought so much to WWE. She brought us the Evolution. Oh, well, you're gonna have to deal with it. I won't be there, but you'll have to deal with it, buddy.
I don't know, but shout out to Bailey for getting the victory. Shout out there.
Yes.
All right, so we had our fatal 4-way match: Roman, LA Knight, AJ, and Randy. Solo came out, interfered as always. Roman Reigns retained.
Ooh, snooze fest.
I don't give a damn because there's nothing to talk there. Because let me tell you something, Randy Orton was the MVP of that match. That's all that fucking matters. And
I went to sleep. I'm not even gonna lie.
Oh, he kissed my ass because it's the same shit every fucking time. Like he was really not needed for that match. But of course, like I said,
yeah,
it's gonna be the same shit all over again. I don't give a damn about Roman Reigns. I don't give a damn about the bloodline. All of that. I don't give a damn.
Yeah,
I'm not talking about it. Why? Because I don't care. Kevin Owens and Logan Paul. This was actually better than I expected it to be. I do agree with Joseph said earlier. I was expecting like Kevin to just like start beating the shit out of fucking Logan Paul, but that didn't happen. Well, it did happen. He beat the shit out of him after the match. But in the midst of all of this and everything like that, Kevin, you know, you was doing really, really well. You were. And obviously because Grayson Waller and Austin Theory still have their own issues. What?
According to WrestleOps, Kevin Owens worked the match against Logan Paul this weekend with a fractured foot. A Wrestling Observer. A fractured foot, everybody.
All right. Thank you for that breaking news.
No problem.
As we speak about Kevin Owens at this time, hopefully he has a speedy recovery on whatever's going to happen with his fractured foot. But yeah, so Austin Theory passes Logan Paul the brass knuckles, and Logan thought he was going to be able to use it on Kevin Owens, but the roles reversed. But Kevin, you're not as sneaky as I thought you were, because how do you get caught or just like forget that you even had the brass knuckles on? Why you didn't try to tuck them inside your pants?
And then he told the ref that he put him on him, like he put him on, and I'm like Logan Paul put him on Kevin. I was like, you are a damn idiot to think that.
Literally, like, girl, what? Hey, Ashid, how are you,
What's that?
girl? But yeah, like Kevin, girl, we really could have had a new United States champion. But
Yeah.
Kevin, this is all on you. And Logan Paul is still the United States champion. But Kevin didn't give a damn. He beat the fuck out that man and literally had him looking like this. He didn't even know where he was at all whatsoever. So that's terrible. We move on to the men's rumble. Now, I was not thinking that Jay and Jimmy would be the two to actually start this off
I
at
don't
all
think anybody
whatsoever.
did.
And I think it's so great because it's like somewhere down the line we will be probably seeing this at WrestleMania.
For whatever reason, I thought it would be like Damien and like Theory, or like Damien and Waller, or like like a throw off. But I
Yeah,
thought Damien drew number one because he had this attitude. Like when he pulled
yeah,
his finger, I'm like,
yeah.
girl, like listen, I know that's your man, but
Listen, he's getting sick of their
tonight
shit.
would be the night.
Like
I'm just saying.
he's getting sick of their shit, and I don't blame him. Like every time I look at y'all on his ass. But anyway, Jay and Jimmy, like I said, was not expecting them to start it off, but it was everything. I popped for this and everything. I thought it was great, because it's definitely a swerve. Like Jay coming out, okay, yeah, cool. All right, Jay coming out, and then Jimmy, wow, okay, let's let's see how this goes. And
Jimmy
Jimmy,
looked like he's telling Jay, "Where your wife at?
he's
My wife
so
just came back.
he's
Where
so
your wife?"
unserious. He is so unserious. But yeah, so these were 1 and 2. Grayson Waller was number 3. Um, but he didn't last long before the return of Andrade. Ladies and gentlemen, we knew, of course, that he was going to be back, and well, he's here. And shout out to Miss Flair because, like I was telling Nikki trolling, I was like, "Damn, what if Charlotte did a damn John Cena and came out at number 30,
You know what she did do?
or
She
they made
told
her?"
Tony Khan, "You can have my Pepe. Bring me
But
my
I'm getting my man.
bring
Okay,
me my Poppy. Okay, I
period.
want my man. You could take my daddy. Take his ass, cause he need to go do something. But
Literally.
my man, bring my man. And Lola,
Watch yourself, Miss Jennifer
yeah,
Lopez.
watch
Talking
yourself.
about Andrade, huh? Yeah.
Watch
You don't get
yourself.
your ass whooped, huh? How about
Watch
that?
yourself.
Ken, get your
I
backup dancer.
and I know you was trying to hint like because your girl done double down on you and you got a little contract, but she got shot to the main roster, girl. You ain't doing shit. Don't come Sunday. We'll get into that Tuesday, but don't come Sunday with your shit little later. Cause I don't like Jennifer Lopez looking
Like,
folks.
all right, Jennifer. All right. But yeah, so happy to see Andrade back. Also happy for Mello being number 5 and everything and coming in and doing his thing. He did a really good job
He
in
did.
the Rumble too. Number 6 was Shinsuke Nakamura. Number 7 was Santos Escobar. Number 8 was Karen Cross. Boo. Number 9 was a 20-year vet, Mickey James. Dominic Mysterio, who was definitely MVP of the Royal Rumble. Like Dominic really,
I wish
really
he would have
showed
got
the
that
fuck
spot.
out so bad. He showed out so bad.
He deserved that Brock Lesnar spot.
He did, but Brock got a lot going on. Number
Girl, a lot going on is an understatement. Honey. I didn't know what the hell. I was in the gym. I was like, damn, this many out my top 5?
this many.
Shit.
Jesus Christ. All right. Number 10 was Carlito. Number 11 was Bobby Lashley. 12 was Ludwig. 13 was Theory. 14 was Finn Balor. 15, Cody Rhodes, and Charlotte's favorite number. 16 was Bronson Reed. 17 was Kofi. 18 was Gunther. 19 was Ivar. 20 being the orange bitch.
Hey.
No,
Now.
no, because he deserved.
I didn't call Damien a bitch.
Huh?
I didn't call Damien a bitch, so you ain't got to do all that with
Girl, you
Brian 8.
should be used to.
Beyond his eliminations, I
He
know
did.
you upset, but he ate.
I'm not. I'm
Hey.
not. I'm not gonna. I'm not hating that, but I am hating him for who he did eliminate. Omos was 21, of course. I'm all Homo sapien stand up.
So yeah, his
22
entrance.
sick. I miss seeing Omos like on my screen, like just even just coming out. 22 was a waste. Pat McAfee, like Pat, I like you a
Wait,
lot, girl.
waste.
You didn't even you got in the ring and then you got out and then you got back in the ring. You just like
He
no,
was
okay.
already on commentary.
Literally couldn't say where you were. And so then this was when like Braun Breaker and like Old Moss and all of them were getting eliminated.
Mm-hmm.
Praise the Lord. Shout out to Dominic. And then JD comes out in number 23, gets speared by Braun Breaker because he obviously Braun didn't forget what he did down in NXT. R-Truth comes out and treats this as if like this is a tag team match and not a Royal Rumble. And then the Miz come out at 25. Then my man Damian Priest comes out at 26. 27 was a straight egg CM Punk. 28 Ricochet, who I knew was going to be coming into the Rumble eventually. 29 was Drew McIntyre, and 30 was Sami Zayn. Now, was not expecting Sami to even be number 30, but he went straight after Drew McIntyre throughout the entire time. Like, he was just heading straight forward to the man, but he ended up getting eliminated. And then it ended up being down to Drew, Gunther, CM Punk, and Cody Rhodes as your like final four wise.
I hate
And
to
then
say
eventually,
but I forgot that Sammy was in that match.
he was gone like it wasn't
Wow.
that long for he was gone.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then we were down to CM Punk and Cody Rhodes. Literally what I thought was gonna be like the final one. These final two, like, come on. The way that they did that promo on Monday, there was no way you're gonna tell me that these two were not gonna be the final two. And everything. And they went on for a minute, you know what I'm saying, dragging out a little bit. And then eventually CM Punk was like, I refuse to lose to Dusty's kid. Right before he gets tossed over the rope, top rope. And Cody Rhodes is a 2-time back-to-back Royal Rumble winner. He is going off to WrestleMania 40. He's already told Roman Reigns, bitch, hey, let me tell you something. You losing that title this year, my boy. Last year, y'all played me.
Please.
This year, it's not happening. So
This will be if I can complete Roman, that will be a third Infinity Stone, and I need it.
we
So
gotta
when
get
I
him.
get all of them,
I'm telling you, this year we're done.
Yeah.
We're Roman Reigns being champion.
Yeah.
We're done. We're like that's it.
we have to.
We're done. I'm telling y'all right now, as of January 29th at 7:01 p.m. Central, we're done with Roman Reigns being champion. I told y'all last year the bloodline was gonna be done. What happened? They can't even get their shit together. They're still trying to hold on to something. It's not what it was. I told y'all that.
Putting that damn whole bloodline on their back.
Literally. So we're done. So
Yeah.
that's it with there. But shout out to Cody for being a winner back to back. Hasn't been done in what, like 20 years, whatever, since like Stone Cold and everything like that. So shout out to Cody for getting that victory. Now, pretty much done Royal Rumble, about to speed through Raw vs SmackDown because y'all already know what happened, and that's that. And Monday Night Raw is kind of on right now, so.
And we all won. We opened up with Seth Rollins. If you didn't get to check out the photos from Santana's beautiful collection, because she was in the NO for Raw, make sure you check those out on her Twitter. Of course, he was interrupted by Gunther, who made it very clear that he was going to win the Royal Rumble. But before that, Seth was saying, and it made it seem like he was going to be out. He's saying he's working through an injury. I'm saying he's done got like to the point of no return. You should really truly sit this one out, but do what you want to. Relinquish the title because it's no. We also had a tag team match that ended in a double disqualification after it ended in the audience between New Day and Imperium. Lord have mercy on my soul. This feud has been really good, though, I will say. Ludwig Kaiser had a great showing in the Royal Rumble. He had a great entrance. He was allowed to have a lot of creative room with his character we got to see more of the walk. As soon as he got in the ring, it's just he's so graceful. Like he's very graceful the way he um wrestles. We also had a one-on-one match with Ivy Nile, defeating Valhalla, Miss Stinky Butt. And then we also we also had a what seemed to be Nia contesting that she was gonna win the Royal Rumble. Becky did not want to hear it, and Bayley had to come all the way from SmackDown because she didn't want to hear it. Yeah, I said it. She didn't want to hear it either. So they started to brawl, and you know, Nia didn't make it to the finals. Bex didn't make it to the finals. So Bayley, congratulations. Congratulations to your 49ers as well. Thank you for doing my dirty work because I needed it. Send water. Not to me, to the Midwest. And Baltimore is considered what? What's Baltimore considered?
They're like Midwest.
What? It's like that? It goes like that? Like,
Mm-hmm.
oh,
Like
hell no.
they're like
That's
that. Yeah.
crazy. I need to save Ohio out of that.
Well,
And
how
Chicago.
I don't know, man. Girl, well, you can't say Chicago. I'm
Chicago
sorry.
is whatever.
We are the Midwest.
Dom ended up if I seen it right, I had just saw it. Anyway, after the match between Dom and the Miz, I believe it was Dom and the Miz. There was a
Yeah, that was a big brawl and
yeah.
everything. With Dom and Miz had their own match or whatever, and then this was, of course, with DIY coming out.
Yeah. And they'll have their match obviously tonight. And then we also had Chad Gable versus Ivar. Very interesting match. This week's SmackCam is a little different because I do think that this promo smacked us all in the face, if we're being honest. And then Cody decided to shoulder smack Mr. CM Punk. And obviously, like Santana said, we knew on Monday that they would be the final two, to be honest. I mean, we didn't know for a fact, but child, that's what it was looking like. We also saw a tag team match between Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark taking on Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell. After the match, though, it seemed as if, you know, Kaden and Katana were ready for the next challengers, but I don't think they were ready for Damage Control. Especially Asuka, because Asuka looked like she could have took both of them out, honestly. And we know how that later ended. So, and then Drew McIntyre won. So that just shit on my parade. This tonight, happening in just a few moments. There will be a one-on-one match with Jey Uso and Big Bronson Reed. Let me add that in. We also will hear from our 2024 and 2023 Royal Rumble winner, Cody Rhodes. And we will have a tag team championship match. Damian Priest and Finn are going to be defending against DIY. I hate to say it, but it might be their night tonight. I don't know. It just feels weird. And we will have in our main event, what looks like our main event, Gunther will be defending his Intercontinental Championship against Kofi Kingston. With all of the shit that's been going on, I really do think that this could be an upset for Gunther. But Kofi, girl, you need to watch out. Because, okay, he's on. CM Punk is on.
Oh, well, I guess they let him know that he got 46 months with his tricep. All right, so we move on to SmackDown, same thing in Raw, just going to run through it. We started off, of course, with LA Knight, Randy Orton, AJ Styles. Of course, talking about what's going to happen for Royal Rumble and all this and that. Obviously, like I said, LA Knight and AJ Styles need their own feud because these two just can't seem to keep their hands off each other. We move forward with Santos Escobar versus Carlito in a one-on-one match. Finally, Carlito gets his hands on Santos Escobar. The match was going really, really well, but with the distraction coming from Elektra Lopez taking out Zelina Vega, it ended up getting Santos Escobar that victory, and now LW or Legado del Fantasma is fully in full effect now. So Electra Lopez looks like she has graduated and has came on up to the main roster. So shout out to her. I know she got to finish her thing down there with Jennifer Lopez, and once she sends her ass back to the block, she's gonna be coming back up to the main roster to do what she got to do. Speaking of, because like Nikki was saying, the Kabuki Warriors definitely left a statement on Katana Chance and Kaden Carter. But even more of a bigger statement when they took their tag team champions, and we now have new women's tag team champions, the Kabuki Warriors. And to think that Kaden and Katana would be transitional just for them to lose to the Kabuki Warriors is, I mean, I wasn't expecting less than that at all whatsoever. So shout out to Asuka and Kairi Sane for getting that victory. And damage control is in full effect. River happy and everything like that. Of course, this is before Bayley joins them as someone who has another accolade they can add to show for as her being the. They did not hug Bayley at all whatsoever. They did not. They kind of brushed around her. So let's see if they act a little different tonight now that she is the winner of the 2024 Women's Royal Rumble. We also had Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits, who was supposed to be having a match with the Final Testament, but it seemed like they had other plans for them as they all came out, and then they ended up taking out Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits. Don't know what's going to happen there, but it seems like the Street Profits and Bobby Lashley definitely need to include a woman so that they can handle Miss Scarlett. And then we move on here because we do finally get a rematch between Carmelo Hayes and Austin Theory. Match was absolutely amazing from start to finish. I enjoyed. This is probably one of my favorite matches of the night with Melo and Theory. They definitely went out there and did their thing. And of course, because Grayson Waller always finds a way to get himself involved in any kind of way that he wants to. After the match with Theory getting the victory over Carmelo Hayes, Trick Williams come out with the biggest pop that probably one of the NXT stars has ever gotten, and comes out there to, well, Melo thinks that Trick came out there to save him, but Trick is like, girl, we got a match on Tuesday. You need to be focused on that. So obviously, there's, of course, what I did like was they were bringing some type of tension that they do have on NXT on SmackDown to show that they do have a match to get ready for on Tuesday. We get here with Solo and LA Knight in their match as well, because of course LA Knight still has his issues and reservations with Solo, and of course it wasn't, this match did not end the way that it should have ended because, well, you know, it ended up giving disqualification, of course, with AJ Styles coming in to attack and ruin this entire match with LA Knight, and then moving more so over with him getting that chair and beating the hell out of Solo, beating the hell out of Jimmy. And this is before Randy Orton comes out, and the look on Jimmy's face, honey, he is so scared. But LA Knight ended up standing tall after over everybody in this match here. Well, not match, but after everything that went down. So that's pretty much that for Friday Night SmackDown. We don't have any matches this week that's announced as of right now for SmackDown, but I'm sure that, you know, as time progresses and next week comes, we will have that those matches and everything to talk about. We will have a special guest on next week too for you guys. So I hope you guys are pretty excited about that. And yeah, so that was pretty much our Royal Rumble Raw versus SmackDown show for you guys. I hope you guys definitely enjoyed it. Shout out to Battleground Podcast as always. There is a special interview coming out ahead of Vengeance Day with someone who is a Hall of Famer, not with us now, but with Battleground Podcast. But because we're with Battleground Podcast, it's with us too. So we're all eating over here, okay? But yeah, so definitely they have an interview with none other than the Heartbreak Kid, HBK. Tomorrow is gonna drop, you guys. So definitely watch out for that exclusive interview that Battleground Podcast has with HBK ahead of Vengeance Day. So definitely go and tune into that and watch that. Listen, big things are happening over here with the Shakers and Battleground Podcast.
Yeah.
It comes on Battleground Podcast. You can just type it in on YouTube and you can find it there. So yes, Papa Sean will be stepping into Battleground podcast, standing outside the Shakers Den and everything like that. So
I mean,
yeah,
they are coming to me in Tim's neck of the woods. You know, Tim is up here with me. So I mean, it's only right.
Yeah, I mean it is, you know what I'm saying? So like yeah,
Yes,
definitely subscribe to that channel. They have a plethora of interviews of
yes.
people that they've
Will
talked to, everything like
Osprey,
that. Will Osprey, Tony Khan.
Tony.
They talked to they talked to Edge, with Adam Copeland,
Yeah.
a lot of names that they've talked to over there on their
I
platform.
don't care to interview Shawn Michaels as much because the childhood me would be
Girl.
dying because of the Elimination Chamber, the first ever.
Well, you can tell him how you felt about
Shawn
that. You know
fucked
what
me
I'm
over.
saying?
Yeah.
But
Like,
you know, you can,
yeah.
but then you're like, you know what? The way you've been booking the women's division in NXT,
Oh, I mean,
you've won me over.
it definitely
I
has
don't
won
hate
me.
you as much.
I'm not a fan of his
Yeah,
like him as a wrestler, but I'm a
right.
big fan of Papa Shawn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So no, we didn't get it. We got it. We all got it at this point. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so definitely
Shout out to Tim and shout out to Eli too, holding it down.
yeah, definitely shout out to them as always, and of course allowing the Shakers in to be who we are over here. Remember to follow all of our other socials here at the Shakers In all over. We Thursday we do have an interview dropping with Jada Stone for the first Black History Month spotlight. Can't believe I gotta say all that. But yeah, so definitely check that out. That will be dropping at 10 a.m. Nikki did the interview, and it was absolutely great. So I hope you guys will enjoy that and everything, and more to come as we gear up for the month of February. So you guys have a great rest of your night. Enjoy Monday Night Raw because currently it is on right now, and we're about to go watch it. So see you guys next week on another episode of Raw versus SmackDown.
See
Bye.
ya.